Sorry, guys. I have been having some rain down tonight, so it has been slowing down my connection, I believe. So I do apologize for that. We're now continuing the game here. We are in the top of. I have not made a roll yet. We're in the top of the sixth. White Sox and Orioles tied at 1. They lead the ALDS here 2-1. I'm about to roll a range play for Rich Dower. His range is a 9. Can he make the play? No, he can't. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single. Baines will come in to score. It's a 2-base single. Walker gets the third. Law on it first. It's 2-1 White Sox. Stadium groans. RBI single by Vance Law. Rich Dower could not make the play on a range play, and now it's 2-1 in favor of the White Sox. Yeah, sorry guys. I said I got storms down here, so it may be a little bit off. But I just restarted it and picked up at the range play. So now it's 2-1 White Sox as Rich Dower couldn't make the play. And now the batter is Fletcher. Fletcher is 1 for 2. And he will come on to pitch. So 2-1 here by Davis. Davis now trying to keep it where it is here. Big run by the White Sox. The way Lamar Hoyt's pitching. Pitch from Davis. 35. That's going to be an out. It'll be a fly ball to center field. Al Bunbury will get to it. And he makes the catch and retires aside. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks. But the White Sox do scrounge a run. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. And now they have a 2-1 lead here at Memorial Stadium. Lamar Hoyt gets back on the mound. That might have been Davis's last inning. Al Bunbury leads off for the Orioles. He's 0 for 2. 2-1 White Sox. Bottom of the 6th now. Part two of this ALDS Game 4. Hoyt will pitch. And 33 and 1-14 is a single. That's a 9. It's a base hit. Bunbury leads off with a hit. Bunbury gets his first hit of the game. And now here's Ford. Ford is 1 for 2. Bunbury does get the steal sign. I don't know if I want to send him. He would be a 14 chance. He does get the steal sign. I just don't know if I send him here. I'm let Ford bat. Lamar Hoyt will pitch to Ford. 13. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Baltimore chop. Runner advances to second. So Baltimore gets a Baltimore chop. And the throw goes to first for the out, but Bunbury gets to second base. 1 out. So ground out to short. And now here's Ripken. Ripken is struck out twice. Tying run at second base for the Orioles. Lamar Hoyt trying to keep it where it is. Pitch coming. And 13 and 1-16 is a walk. That's an 11. It's ball 4. Ripken gets a walk, and now the go-ahead runs on base. That's only the first walk given up by Hoyt. And now Murray. The fans here in Memorial know that Eddie Murray can blast one out. He is 0 for 2, struck out twice. 1 man out, bottom of the 6th, 2-1. Hoyt now looks on Murray. The fans here at Memorial cheering on Eddie. Eddie. Hoyt will pitch. 13, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be a ground ball double play. Murray hitting from the left side. So that's a ground ball to second. Cruz got it. Over to Fletcher. Over to Walker. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play, no runs, a hit, and a walk. And Murray grounds into a huge twin killing. 2-1 White Sox after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off for the White Sox is going to be Julio Cruz. Davis coming out of the game. The Orioles are going to go to the bullpen. He did a very good job, but he unfortunately is going to leave with the L. And they're going to go here and bring on a new pitcher to start the top of the 7th. And coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Sammy Stewart. 9 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves, a 142 whip. Stewart he is making another appearance. And he is going to be an A pitcher. So Sammy Stewart, he will pitch to Julio Cruz to start the top of the 7th. So here comes the pitch from Stewart. And 33, and now 1-17's a single. That's a base hit. Julio Cruz leads off with a hit. He'll get to first. And here's Rudy Law. Cruz does not get the steal sign. He stays put. Law is 1 for 3 with a single. Big run on first base. White Sox trying to bring him in. Stewart gets the sign. He will deal. 41, and that's ball 4. He walked him. Rudy Law also gets the steal sign, but he can't with the runner at second base, and that is a walk. So now Stewart gives up a base hit to Cruz, a walk to Law, and now here's Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 3, though, but he reached on an error. Still nobody out, top of the 7th. Fans here at Memorial getting a little anxious. Sammy Stewart, he will pitch to Fisk. And 25, that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a pop-out, a foul pop-out to third base. Getting under that will be Cruz. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So pop out to third. And now Baines. Baines has a very good opportunity to try to show some people he belongs in the Hall, but he never will do that for me. Baines is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles tonight. Stewart will pitch to Baines. Once again, fans here hoping Stewart can make a good pitch. And here it comes. 44, that's not a good pitch. That's going to be a base hit for Harold Baines. It's going to be a base hit to right field. Second to home scores. Julio Cruz will come around from second. He will score. And a fast runner goes from first to third. So Law is a fast runner. He'll make it to third. Baines has a huge RBI single. It's 3-1 White Sox. Stadium groans. Harold Baines gets his 3rd hit of the night. He is 3 for 4, definitely his best game of this series. And now here's Wheels. Lozinski is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and walked. Still 1 out here on the top of the 7th. That's a big run by the White Sox. Sammy Stewart, he's going to pitch to Wheels. Lozinski waiting for the pitch. And he won't have to wait much longer because that ball didn't stay in the park, because that is a 66. And pretty much we all know what that means. That means that ball is he hit that in Memorial Stadium, might have wind up in Washington, D.C. Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep! That ball is gone! Home run, Greg Luzinski! Stadium barfs. Yeah. Greg Luzinski hits his first home run of the postseason. A 3-run bomb. And that might just be the nail in the coffin, as the White Sox now take a 6-1 lead. That's it for Stewart. He doesn't get anything done. Didn't even get an out. And the Orioles are going to go back to the bullpen again. The next batter is Kittle. Kittle is 1 for 3 with a double. And coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Tim Stoddard. 4 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves. But Tim Stoddard will now take over. And he is going to be an A pitcher as well, although that really didn't matter. Stewart was an A pitcher, but didn't matter. So here comes Tim Stoddard to pitch for the Orioles. Not always, Brian B. Not always. Not always. Not every 66 is a home run. Not everyone. Stoddard will go ahead and pitch to Kittle. Kittle 1 for 3. 1 out, top of the 7th, but now the White Sox have a 6-1 lead. And that's a 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 men down as Stoddard gets a K. He had 50 of them in 83. And now Walker. Walker is 1 for 2. Got a double and a walk. Stoddard, he will pitch. And 56, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is done. But so is the damage. 4 runs on 3 hits. 1 walk, a 3-run bomb by Greg Luzinski. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, we go back to the senior circuit. It'll be game 4 of the National League Division Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies lead that series 2-1. Phil Niekro will be going for the Braves, and Kevin Gross will be going for the Phillies. Can the Phillies punch their ticket to the NLCS? Anything is possible tomorrow night. Game 4 of the NLDS. Braves and Phillies here on the network. White Sox have a 6-1 lead. As we're now in the bottom of the 7th inning, Lamar Hoyt, he still has plenty of gas left. Leading off for the Orioles will be John Lowenstein. He's 1 for 2 with a bomb. So Lamar Hoyt will now pitch to Lowenstein. White Sox looking to head to the ALCS to play the Tigers. 63, that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to first base. Greg Walker will take care of that and bring it to the bag himself, 1 out. Next batter is Singleton. Singleton is 1 for 2. Hoyt, he will go at pitch. And 42, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a ground ball right back, grounder right at the plate. That'll get picked up there by Fisk. He throws to first for the out, 2 down. Ground out to the catcher. And now Dower. Dower 1 for 2. Hoyt, he will bring it on. Pitch from Hoyt. 42, that's another out. It's a ground ball to third, easily picked up by Vance Law. Picks it up, throws to first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. Down 6-1 after 7. Thomas Bartlett joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Sorry for the internet, guys. Ron McGrath joins us here as well. Yeah, I had to restart the stream because I do have rainstorms down here in SoFla, so that's probably the reason why we lost it. Top of the 8th inning, Tim Stoddard is going to stay on the mound. Leading off for the White Sox will be Vance Law, and he is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Stoddard, I guess he'll continue to pitch because they're in the 8th inning. They may bring in Tippy Martinez for the 9th, but Stoddard will pitch. And that's a 43, and that's going to be ball 4. He walked Law. A walk given up by Stoddard allows Law to reach base, and now here's Fletcher. Fletcher is 1 for 3. Law will stay at first. Stoddard, he is an A pitcher. And actually, he's an A pitcher, right? What was that? What was that number? I don't know. It's too late. Stoddard will pitch. Pitch from Stoddard. 55. Fletcher smacks a double. That's going to be a double for Fletcher. It'll be a hit to center field. First runner on first will hold. So Law's going to hold at third base. They will not send him as Fletcher gets a double, his second hit of the game. And now the batter is Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 3. Infield is in. Absolutely. Orioles cannot allow any more runs. Stoddard will settle in on Cruz. Fans here at Memorial Stadium are hoping for something. Stoddard will pitch. That's a 46. That's off the ballpark. Cruz is a switch hitter lefty. That's a 7. It's fouled away. Strike 1. Stoddard will do it again. 51, possible strikeout. That's a 2, and he got him. Cold strike 3 on Cruz. That is a big K. 1 out. Cruz goes down on strikes. And now Rudy Law. Rudy Law is 1 for 3, singled and walked. Runner still at second and third, now 1 out in the top of the 8th. Stoddard will pitch. And 12. And that's an out. That's an out X, though, but there's not a runner on. That's not going to be a double play. So in this case, the infield is in. So let's see what it's going to be. Instead, I'm going to draw. It's going to be a fly out to center field. And that's going to score Vance Law. Fly ball to center. And that will be caught by Bunbury. And Law advances. Fletcher, he will hold at second base. 2 outs. It's now 7-1 White Sox. Stadium groans. Big insurance run there. 2 down now for Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 4, but reached on an error. 2 outs now, 7-1 White Sox. Stoddard, he will pitch to Fisk. Pitch coming. 62, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got Pudge. And that will retire the side. The White Sox get 1 run on 1 hit and a sacrifice fly and a walk. 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Lamar Hoyt, he will stay on the mound. He's pitching an absolute gem. Todd Cruz leads off for the Orioles. May see a pinch hitter for him. And Todd Cruz, he is the third baseman. And we're going to see a pinch hitter. Cruz is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Orioles is going to be John Shelby. And that means we'll need a new third baseman, and that's going to be Gary Renicky. He's going to take over at third. So I'll put him to the side here. So Gary Renicky will take over at third, but John Shelby will pinch hit against Hoyt. So nobody out. Bottom of the eighth, 7-1 White Sox. Trying to punch their ticket to the ALCS. Hoyt will pitch. 33, it's a base hit for Shelby. Shelby will get the single. So they bring in a pinch hitter. He'll get a base hit. And the batter is Dempsey. Dempsey will bat. He's 0 for 2. Shelby gets the steal sign, but down 6 runs, you're not even thinking about it. Hoyt will pitch to Dempsey. And that's a 23. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got Dempsey. And that is strikeout number 10 for Lamar Hoyt. 1 down. Here's Bunbury. Bunbury 1 for 3. 1 man out. Shelby on at first. Hoyt will go ahead and pitch. Hoyt, 61, got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 11 for Hoyt. He has been unbelievable tonight. And now Ford. Ford is 1 for 3 with a single. Fans here at Memorial Stadium about to accept the inevitable here. Remember, the Orioles won my 1969 replay. They were trying to repeat, be the first team to repeat. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Hoyt's going to pitch to Ford. And 42. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Cruz. He's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. The White Sox lead 7-1 after 8. And the Baltimore Orioles, the actual World Series champions of 1983, and my 69 world champions are running out of outs. Substitution coming up. Gary Renicky is going to take over at third, really not his best position. But he's going to come on and take over third base. He's a 3-0. So Gary Renicky takes over at third as we now go to the top of the ninth. New pitcher for the Orioles. They're going to go ahead and bring out the closer. They're going to die with the best pitcher they have, and that's Tippy Martinez. 9 wins, 3 losses, 21 saves. Martinez is the 4th Oriole pitcher, and he's going to be a B. He's going to be a B grade. So Tippy Martinez will come on to pitch for the Orioles. His job, keep it 7-1 and hope somehow the Orioles have a 9th inning miracle. Leading off for the White Sox is Harold Baines, somebody who should not be in the Hall of Fame. But he's having a heck of a night tonight. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Top of the ninth, 7-1. Tippy Martinez trying to keep it where it is. 34. That's a good start. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a hard line drive right to center field. That's gloved by Bunbury. It's out number 1. Here's Luzinski. Wheels is 1 for 2 tonight. Hit by pitch, walked, and hit a 3-run bomb. His first home run of the playoffs. Martinez settles in to pitch to Wheels. And that's a 65 and a home run possibility. Martinez, however, is a B pitcher. It would be a 1-12. That's a 17. It's going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Al Bunbury's going to get to the track. He's going to get to the wall. He will make the catch. Greg Luzinski almost goes yard for the second time. And now Kittle. Kittle is 1 for 4. Got a double. Tippy, he'll settle in against Kittle. 7-1 White Sox. Martinez will pitch. 43, and let's see. 1-2 is a walk. That's a 9. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Ford's going to get to it. Makes the play and retires a side. 1-2-3 by Tippy Martinez, but the White Sox have a 7-1 lead. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Lamar Hoyt is not tired. He can pitch to 3 more batters before that does occur. Cal Ripken leads off for the Orioles. The White Sox are 3 outs away from going to the ALCS. Ripken is 0 for 2 with a walk. The fans here at Memorial Stadium, still a good crowd because they want to cheer. They want to give a nice applause to the Orioles for the season they had for 1983. Lamar Hoyt will pitch. 53, possible strikeout. 18 is a no. Now it's a range play. And that's going to be a range play to second base. And that is hit to Cruz. Cruz was very good. His range is a 15. And he's got it. Nice play by Cruz. Gets it. Throws to first. 1 down. And now Murray. Murray is 0 for 3. What a job by Lamar Hoyt. He's only given up 1 run. He will be an A-grade pitcher his next time out. At least unless this game goes sideways. Murray is 0 for 3. Hoyt will pitch. 12, and it's ball 4. Murray draws a walk. The game continues. And now Lowenstein. Lowenstein is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Murray on it first. Hoyt will go ahead and pitch to Lowenstein. Fans hoping for something here. Here comes Hoyt. And that's a 24. Hit by pitch, 1-2. That's a 20. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a hard line drive right to second. And that is gloved by Cruz. 2 outs. 2 down. And now the last chance for the Baltimore Orioles is Ken Singleton. Singleton is 1 for 3. Lamar Hoyt is tired. He's still a B pitcher, though, but he gives up a run or a hit. He gives up a base runner. His B goes to a C grade. But Lamar Hoyt, right now, trying to finish off the Orioles. 2 down. Bottom of the 9th. 7-1 White Sox. Lamar Hoyt trying to punch the ticket to the ALCS against the Tigers. Singleton hoping he can keep it going. Lamar Hoyt will pitch. 21. Swing and a miss. Strike out. That's your game. That's your series. The Chicago White Sox beat the Orioles tonight 7-1. They are in the ALCS. Stadium barfs. Yeah. That is strikeout number 12 for Lamar Hoyt. He's going to be an A-grade pitcher next time out. But the Chicago White Sox knock out the Orioles, the actual historical World Series champions, with a 3-1 series win here at Memorial Stadium. What a victory for the White Sox, as they will move on to play the Tigers. That could be a very interesting series. 12 strikeouts for Lamar Hoyt tonight. What a game for him. Incredible, as the White Sox get the series done, and they move on now to the ALCS. Final line score coming up. No runs and a hit, no runs and nothing across except the walk. For the White Sox, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. For the Orioles, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Lamar Hoyt. He'll go to 1-0 on the postseason. His B grade will now advance to an A grade for his second start, whatever that is. And of course, that would be game 4 of the ALCS. Storm Davis takes a tough loss. He will drop to 0-1, as really the Orioles could not figure out Hoyt tonight, and he really got the job done. And the White Sox will move on to the ALCS. Tomorrow night, we go back to the senior circuit, because that's where we're going to be until those series are done. Tomorrow night, game 4 of the National League Division Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phil Niekro will be going for the Braves. Kevin Gross will be going for the Phillies. That will be inside pitch. And the Phillies lead that series 2-1. Can the Phillies punch their ticket to the NLCS? Or can the Braves force a return trip to Fulton County? That's what awaits us tomorrow night. Braves, Phillies, NLDS Game 4. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I do apologize for the internet issues. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Chicago White Sox cage the Orioles tonight. 7-1. They win this American League Division Series 3-1. We'll see you back tomorrow night, back in the senior circuit.